Tonight marks the beginning of the 2023 NCAA Women's Gymnastics season. We're thrilled to be on ESPN2 to welcome you to one of the legendary venues in all of women's collegiate gymnastics, the Huntsman Center in Salt Lake City.
An electric crowd on hand at the Huntsman Center tonight as LSU number 6 visits number 3 Utah. Clark Connor along with Kathy Johnson-Clark and Sam Peshek. This is the opening night of women's collegiate gymnastics. Let's take a look at the meet format in dual meet competition. Each team puts up 6 gymnasts per team in each event. Just 5 scores count towards their team total. Of course, the team with the highest cumulative score wins. The home order, they start on vault, and they go to bars, beam, and they'll finish on floor. Now, Tom Farden has been 13 years a coach here at Utah. This is one of the iconic programs that, of course, was led by Greg and Megan Marsden for over 40 years. They have won 10 national championships, and now Tom, in his 8th year as a head coach, has built some terrific momentum of late. Utah has not won the national championship since way back in 1995. And there is Jay Clark, 33 years of coaching experience. This is his 3rd year as the head coach of the LSU Tigers. And he has put together an outstanding team. They were a top 6 team, as you mentioned, all year long last year. But I believe they have something to prove tonight because they want to show that that 18th place finish was not indicative of what a quality team they are.
No, it was a fluke. I talked to Jay about it. I said, those were things that you don't even have to figure out. They were unexpected. You just need to turn the page, of course, feel the disappointment, but get fired up because they have the talent. They have what they need. If they can just put everything together, everybody stay healthy, they're going to be in the mix all the way throughout season.
LSU has 3 all-arounders competing tonight. Kaya Johnson, Haley Bryant, and Aaliyah Finnegan. 2 athletes will do 3 events each. That's Alona Chernikova and, of course, KJ Johnson. And the interesting thing is that among those 5 athletes, there's 18 of their 24 routines.
Absolutely. More and more, we are seeing teams really looking forward to having strong all-arounders on their team. When you've got an athlete that can do all 4 events, step into any lineup at any time and compete with the best in the country, that's magic.
Home team Utah Red Rocks will open up on the vault. The visiting team LSU will be on the bars. That brings up senior Jillian Hoffman. Utah returns 21 of 24 routines from last year's 3rd place finish national championship team.
And talk about returning. Jillian Hoffman, just less than a year ago, ruptured her Achilles. She is back strong and in this vault lineup as the leadoff. A Yurchenko full. That landing, that's a 995 start value, so the maximum score that she can get on that vault is a 995. Of course, they will take off on the landing.
Here is a young lady who's 8 months post-op on a major surgery. Great to see her vaulting of all things. LSU will open up on the bars, and that brings up Kaya Johnson. It's hard to believe she's a senior already, Kathy.
I know, we have watched her now for all these years, and on this event in particular, she is just such a rock-solid, dynamic opening routine for them on this event. Very steady. Now look for the handstand positions. They need to be right on top of the bar for no deduction. Slight leg separation on that transition up to high bar. Snap those feet, shot in a complete vertical handstand. Very well done. Little flex of the feet on that bottom of the giant swing, but a nice double layout, nice flight position in the air. Plenty of time to spot that landing. So the judges sit right on the side, and they want to see a perfectly straight vertical handstand. They're allowed to be within 10 degrees for no deduction, but I'm telling you what, the judges are taking deductions if they are not right on top. Nice form on that double layout, good technique, just a slight hop.
Now for Utah on the ball, this is Abby Brenner of it last year. You think, wasn't she with Michigan? Well, she transferred. She's a 5th-year graduate student now, transferred over here to Utah for her final collegiate year.
Great addition. introduction to her new fans here in Utah.
I'll say, what a way to start your
That's
career.
a 1.5 twist, so that's a 10-0 start value.
Oh.
A little bit close to the table. She could get a little bit more distance and lock those legs out just a little bit straighter all the way through to the landing, but you cannot beat a stuck landing.
How about that? The three-time all Big Ten champion already first vault making an impact here in the Pac-12. Jillian Hoffman led them off with a 9.825 and back to bars. This is Elena Arenas. Kaya Johnson led LSU off with a 9.775.
And so much improvement with Elena. In the way she prepares for competition, her training is so consistent. Watch this opening combination. Very difficult to Kochev, high flying to attack Salter, but she almost lost control, had to separate those legs, but way to pull it right back into the routine, nails that final handstand. Dismount, a double layout, leg separation on the second somersault, but what fight on that transition down to low bar. She was not going to give it away. Check out the height. Beautiful height above that high bar. She got a little too far over the low bar, but she managed to get right back into the swing.
We go back to vault for Utah. Abby Brenner, 9.875 in her first effort for Utah. That brings up Lucy Stanhope, the junior from England, former member of the British national team.
Now watch the height and the distance. The judges want to see both for full amplitude. You want to go up and travel out away from the table. Up entry. Look at the distance. That is a monstrous vault in terms of distance.
High five from Jimmy Pratt, the assistant coach at Utah. He's responsible for their good work on ball. Wow, this was big.
This was huge. Timing the block would have gotten her a little straighter arms, might have given her a little bit more height, but you can't get any farther in terms of travel.
Let's go down to Sam Pesci.
There has been a fight for this third place spot, so I asked head coach Jay Clark, how are you going to choose the final lineup? He said we look for their level of consistency and experience and balance that with the fact that some gymnasts elevate and rise the occasion. He suspects Lexi Jeffrey is that athlete. We'll find out now.
Lexi is a transfer from UCLA.
Open with a very elegant cast of handstand. Very precise in that handstand position. Nice toe point. Very extended throughout her body, so that line, body line is so nice. Oh, look at the open position in that full twisting double back. I love the way she opens it with a little bit of style and flair, spots the landing and drops it in.
We have a men's basketball Saturday matinee for you tomorrow with Mr. Double-Double, Oscar Shibwe, and Kentucky in Tuscaloosa, taking on Brandon Miller and number 7 Alabama. Coverage of this Sonic blockbuster begins at 1 Eastern on ESPN and the app. All the scores for Utah on vault or 9.825 or better. LSU yet to break into the 9.8s on bars. McKenna Smith is a freshman, and they're very excited about her in 3 events tonight, Captain.
She stuck this cold in the Red Rock preview. Let's see about the landing. Whoa, almost. A very complicated vault. I love the distance and the control on that vault. This is a round-off entry with a half twist onto the table. So she goes in for a nice block up and just a slight hop. She showed such good control on that landing. They will take off for the hop.
Wow, what a job for the freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Your club training with Ed Birch down there, Gold Cup Gymnastics. Aaliyah Finnegan now, after Alexis Jeffrey, has the high score for LSU on bars, 9.875.
This is a monster routine. Watch her attack. She swings hard, fast, and with fury. Beautiful pike del check, such a difficult skill. You don't see it anywhere else in the NCAA. She's added that bail to handstand for college. Oh, wow. Oh, lost her back just a little bit. They'll take off slightly for that arch. Oh, just brought her head forward a little too much to get the stick. That was a gorgeous dismount, half and double front. Boy, I love how aggressive she was. This is what Jay was talking about. If they're going to make mistakes, and that was a really slight one, he wants it to be an aggressive mistake. And that's what she was doing. Going big, going hard.
Here is Grace McCallum, the Olympian. You see she won the Pac-12s on bars and floor. Kathy, big moment for her because she's doing a new vault, and she's going to do it for the first time in NCAA competition tonight.
And boy, can she do this vault well. I saw one in practice, one of the best 1.5s I've seen. Look at, oh, darn. She was trying too hard to stick.
Oh.
Too hard to stick. So it looked so fantastic in the warm-ups. And you can see she got just a little bit ahead of herself. Stopped her feet. When you freeze your feet out here, it stops your rotation. It's a good thing she did not hurt those knees, though. She was able to bend them slightly, feeling that she was short soon enough to absorb that landing, so no problem there. But of course, it's a ball, 5 cents of the win.
I think she didn't hyperextend one or both of those knees. My goodness. Alona Shenikova now, the senior now from Colorado here on the bars. This is one of her best events.
Great combination here, Ray. Into the pack salto. Glued legs shut. That is superb. Nice straight arms on those past handstands. She might have been a tick short on that final handstand. Really nice position in the first part of that double layout. She had a little bit of a pike down, but a good landing.
Grace McCallum's score for Utah was only a 9-3. But this is Jaden Rucker. She is the 2022 NCAA vault champion. Here's a young lady recovered from 2 ACL surgeries. She's a real fighter. 3-time All Pac-12 conference. And last year at the NCAA championship, she thrilled us with a spectacular vault to win that title, Kathy.
And the most amazing smile when she stopped. She lit up the arena. So this is a 1.5 twist, 10-0 start value. Looking for the stick here. She was being a little careful. You see that she brought that head forward to see the landing. When you're really dialed in, you can feel the landing. You don't have to bring that head forward. It was probably smart after the last ball.
They needed a good score. Grace McCallum had only a 9-3. The high score is freshman McKenna Smith. Remember, 6 athletes compete and you count just the best 5 towards the team total. So they needed a solid landing there. They'll drop the 9-3 from McCallum, and Utah will have a respectable score in that first event. A high score for LSU on bars so far is Jeffries 9.875, Shenikova only 9.775, and here is Haley Brown.
Watch the precision and the amplitude on this event. She attacks this routine from start to finish, and I'm so impressed with her form has even improved since last year. I swear, I think she glued those ankles together before she started. That's new, double front half. Just took that step on the landing. When she gets the stick on this routine, that's going to be a huge thrill. Watch this blind change right on top of the bar, right in that handstand position.
So
excellent form, great amplitude, so precise. She is paying such close attention to the little details that will put you over the top.